NEBOSH International General Certificate in Occupational Health and Safety Unit IG 1. Element 1. Why we should manage workplace health and safety.
I define health. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Health is a positive concept emphasizing social and personal resources, as well as physical capacities.
Question. B. Define safety. Safety is a state of being protected from potential harm or something that has been designed to protect and prevent harm. Question. C. Define welfare. Those aspects of professional practice that enable equitable access, elevate the human experience, encourage social interaction, and benefit the environment. Question. 2. Explain the reason why an organization manages health and safety. The three key reasons for managing health and safety in our organization are legal, moral, and financial. Moral reasons. Every individual has right to work in safe workplace while performing his assigned task. He comes to a workplace in happy mode and expects to return in the same manner. Financial reasons. Due to direct and indirect costs associated with incidents, organizations compelled to manage health and safety at workplace. Legal reasons. The preventive, by enforcement notices, punitive, through criminal sanctions, and compensatory effects of law. Question. 3. Give 3 insured costs and 3 uninsured costs that might arise from a workplace accident. Insured cost. The insured costs of an accident are visible and can be easily calculated. This is done by adding the medical costs incurred and the compensation payments made to the injured employees. These are paid for by the insurance company using your premium dollars. The uninsured costs are paid by you, the employer. Uninsured costs. 1. Cost of wages paid because of time lost by the injured employee. This includes medical treatment and time away from the job that is not covered through workers' compensation insurance. 2. Cost of wages paid to other workers not injured. This includes those employees who stopped work to watch or assist the injured and those employees needing product from the injured worker to complete their task. 3. Costs of damage to material or equipment. Even when there is no property damage, costs are incurred in getting materials reorganized after the accident so production can resume. 4. Cost of overtime necessitated by the accident. These include costs to make up for lost production, additional supervision, and additional heat, light, etc. 5. Costs of wages paid to supervisor for time spent on activities related to the accident. These costs involve caring for the injured, investigating the accident, and supervising the activities necessary to get the department functioning again. All of the activities will disrupt the supervisor's productivity. 6. Costs associated with instructing, training, and repositioning employees to resume normal production. In some cases, it might even be necessary to hire a replacement with all the associated hiring costs. 7. Medical costs paid by the employer. This encompasses treatment facilities, personnel, equipment and supplies. 8. Costs of manager and clerical personnel processing claim forms and related paperwork, telephone calls, interviews and special investigation proceedings. 9. Wages due to decreased productivity after the injured employee returns to work. This results from restricted movement or nervousness of the injured employee and time spent discussing the accident with other employees. Question. 4. Identify 3 of legal duties that an employer has to comply with. Plant and systems of work. Use, handling, storage and transportation of articles and substances. provision of information, instruction, training and supervision necessary for the health and safety of employees. Maintenance of the place of work, including access and exit, in a safe condition. Mental health, including workplace stress. Provision and maintenance of a safe working environment with adequate facilities. Question 5. Identify 2 of legal duties that a worker has to comply with. Take reasonable care for their own health and safety. Take reasonable care for the health and safety of others who may be affected by their acts or omissions. Cooperate with anything the employer does to comply with occupational health and safety requirements. Not intentionally or recklessly interfere with or misuse anything provided at the workplace for occupational health and safety. Question 6. What are the consequences for an employer of non-compliance with health and safety legal responsibilities? The consequences for our employer of non-compliance with health and safety responsibilities include enforcement action or prosecution through the criminal courts by the relevant authorities, enforcement agency. These criminal actions are normally brought by the state. Compensation claims from any injured, ill people, perhaps resulting in action through the civil courts. Civil action is normally started by the injured person themselves. Question 7. Which categories of people does an employer owe a duty to? Duty to pay the employee the agreed amount if the employee arrives for work and can work. Provide the employee with work to do, this is limited. Observe health and safety regulations. Give employees correct information about rights under their contract. Give employees reasonable opportunity to have their complaints looked at. There is no duty to provide references to an employee, except where the reference is required by the Financial Conduct Authority. The employer and employee also owe each other a duty of mutual trust and confidence. Basically, they must show respect for each other. Question 8. List the criteria that might be used to assess the suitability of a contractor to undertake work on behalf of client. The criteria to assess the suitability of a contractor may include their health and safety policy, example risk assessments and method statements, the qualifications and training records of staff, membership of professional organizations, test and maintenance records for plant and equipment, references from other past, current clients, accident history, such as RID or reportable accident rates, enforcement action history, proof of adequate resources, insurance. Question 9. What are the responsibilities of the client and the contractor where a contractor is working in client's workplace? Contractor responsibilities. Contractors responsible for completing different areas of the project are bound to legal requirements of health and safety in the same way as the main overseeing company is, to protect all construction workers throughout the whole process. Client's role. Clients have a key role to play in maintaining sufficient health and safety on site wherever possible. They must choose to work with contractors who are qualified and compliant to all health and safety acts, and ensure that they have certification that is up to date. Industry best practice in health and safety. Health and safety are continuously improving within the construction industry, and construction companies should be learning from their competitors on an ongoing basis and following best practice health and safety procedures to provide the safest working environment at all times.
Please give comment and suggestions.
Thank you.
Subscribe our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thank for visit our channel. See you next class.
Thank you.